What's up, everybody? This is Jamie Kennedy, and I know at your home right now, and I know you're probably reaching for that third bag of Doritos. Well, when you grab it, just go to your TV and turn on your Roku and download the Tubi app, and you can watch me, Jamie Kennedy, and my new special, Stoopid Smart, streaming right now. And I want to say you're listening to my buddy, Elias. And this is the Man Cave Chronicles. Oh yeah, we deep in that cave.
Welcome to another episode of the Man Cave Chronicles.
Welcome to the party, pal.
You're my boy, Blue.
Yo, Adrian.
A podcast with interviews of amazing guests from the world of pop culture.
Oh, yeah.
TV.
Nice.
Movies.
Oh, I love the movies.
Comedy and more. From deep inside the Man Cave, your host, Elias.
Jamie, welcome to the cave.
What's up, my brother?
Man, how are you, man? What's new with you?
I'm good, man. I'm trying to release this new special, dude. I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you, man.
The big 5-0, huh?
I know, bro, but you invert that 5, it could be 2-0. So, you know what I'm saying? Go easy on me there.
Yeah. Hey, you're only a few years older than me. I'm 40. I'll be 43 in July, so I'm not that far from you.
You got some time. You got some serious time.
How's quarantine life treating you?
You know, not bad. I'm being productive, you know. I'm trying to be as productive as I can and just really get stuff done, you know what I mean? Get caught up. It's just like a good, you know, way reset in a way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, man, you've been busy for many years with stand-up comedy, TV, films, voiceover work, man. Is there anything you haven't done in your career?
Win awards. But other than that,
You still got time.
I still got time. I touched on every genre. I've been in every media form. So no, I don't know. I think I have done everything.
So, man, yeah, you just released last night, right? Stoopid Smart on Tubi TV, which was your stand-up special, man. Let's talk about that, man. How long did it take you to film this?
You only film it in one day. You just film 2 shows and then you kind of put them together. But that was like pretty much the first show, just this special. And, you know, it took me about a year and a half of working on the road and getting the material and you know, working it out.
Yeah. So it was filmed at the California Rec Room. What made you pick that location?
It's a great club. A lot of stand-up specials are like pretty huge and, you know, they look massive. And I hadn't done one for a little while. So I thought I could do one that's a little bit more intimate. It still looks big enough, but it's also intimate and it's got a good vibe. And that club has just got the best energy and they really love comedy there. So I knew that they're not going to be offended at anything.
Mm. How did you get involved with like Tubi TV?
Tubi's a new app and it's so good. I mean, they've taken a lot of my older content and they have completely put it up there. So they've been so awesome to me. And you know, the next step was original content, and so this is like the first one, and I'm like so into it, and they've been so supportive. So hopefully we're gonna do more together.
Mm. And this is a free app for the listeners that don't know, but you're also going to be, it's going to get released on Amazon too, right?
Yeah, it'll be on Amazon and Vimeo. And it's, you know, when you put up stuff now, you put it
everywhere.
OTT, you know, over the top set boxes.
So I watched it the other night, man. It was funny. You know, I've seen most of your stand-up shows, movies and everything. Like you talk a lot about like how you aren't married, man. Like, are you ever going to get married?
Man, I don't know, man. I still like, it's such a thing. It's just not like has to happen naturally, you know. It's not something that you just want to like. You can't just force it, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, well, can I do that? Can I get married? And you never know. It's just different. It's an outdated concept to just be married. You don't have to do that. People married back in the olden times for land, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, we're different now. What were the vows? Do you, Greta Van the, take this man so you can share a lot of sheep? I mean, come on.
Well, this project of yours, man, what was like the ultimate goal? And are you planning any more specials after this?
Well, I just released this one, so hopefully I'm going to let this one marinate for a little bit.
Yeah.
And the public can consume it, and to grow my stand-up base. I got that material out, try to keep current, and then definitely going to do another one, but let's see how it is. I like to see if it builds up my touring and all that, although I don't know what touring's going to be like.
So I mean, at a young age, man, what made you get into stand-up comedy?
I always say there's not a lot of options, like to me, people always told me that I was like a little off, and it just kind of led me to that place of stand-up, or that was funny, or I was weird, and I didn't want to be in a normal type of job setting, and it just kind of led me to that way, the creative life. And I was like, it felt good to do it, even though it was painful. It felt right. It didn't feel like I was doing something against the grain of myself.
Was there anybody that you looked up to growing up in the comedy world that kind of influenced you to get into this more?
I mean, professionally, it's like, Eddie Murphy, he was like one of my heroes, and Joan Rivers, people like that. But personally, there was like a teacher. I was in high school. He was a part-time stand-up comic, and I saw him sometimes, his name in the paper, and I thought, oh my God, that's just incredible. He was really more of a teacher than a comic, but he was like really doing it, and I thought that's interesting. And he was kind of cool to me. He talked to me a little bit about it, not much, but just a little bit.
So like was like ultimate dream like stand up, or did you like behind in your mind you're like you wanted to try TV and movies eventually?
I just wanted to be seen, man. Whatever I could do. I didn't have like a grand plan, and I didn't have like, I'm gonna be. I don't think I don't know who do you know when they first start has an idea what they're gonna do. You just
Right.
you want to be famous, or you want to be expressive or create or seen or whatever. So I was like, look, man, maybe I can try to stand up, maybe I can try to be an actor. I have no idea. You don't know anything. And then those are the two roads that really kind of I liked, and those are the two roads that I learned, and then they started sticking. You know what I mean? But those were my thoughts, but it took me a while to figure them out and how to start pursuing them.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, you've done your movies, you had your skit show. Like, did you ever like think about like maybe trying to get into like SNL, or back then like Mad TV or anything like that?
Yep, I auditioned for both of them, and that's how my show was born. Because I went far, but I didn't get those shows, and I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do? Like, I have this side of me that's like that, but I'm not getting these shows, and that's kind of how my Dick Jimmy Kenny experiment was born.
So here's a good question for you. Like, how come we don't have a sequel to Kickin It Old School yet, or Malibu's Most Wanted?
Well, the world changed, so pretty much everybody, studios barely make movies anymore. When they do, it's usually a Marvel, some kind of huge movie. So possibly Malibu somewhere, because people do love Malibu so much. And Kickin' It it's getting more popular again because it's on Tubi and Amazon. But Kickin' It was released by an independent studio, so it was a little harder. But who knows, man? But Malibu, you never know. You never know.
That's right. I mean, Kickin' It Old School, man, you had a good cast too. I mean, you had Menounos starting in there. You had Rosenbaum. It's like Rosenbaum's a funny guy.
Yeah, he's really funny. He has like Vince Vaughn quality about him, and it was great. We had Maria, we had Russell Peters, I think, is in there. We had all types. We had Vivica Fox. It was great.
Now, for like Malibu's Most Wanted, like, how did you come up with? I know your character was on The Experiment, but like, how did you come up with that idea?
I just did it, and I was like, did this character, and then I met Nick Swartzen, and then I he was talking to me and he's like, yo, I got an idea for your character and how you can make this a movie. Cause I was like, I want to make it a movie. And he started spitting ideas and I started, going back and we just started collaborating. And, he wrote the first 10 pages and I was like, this is awesome. Like, this is great.
If you could ever bring that show back, would you?
Yeah.
Experiment? Yeah. Like on a streaming service?
Yeah, why not? People love it. Why not,
I mean, Tubi's playing all your stuff and everything. You should try to get involved with them.
Well, we might be doing that. We're talking to them. We never know.
Yeah. Sort of like, before we get into a little Scream, like out of all those projects you've done, what's been like the most fun and most like one that sticks out the most that you've enjoyed? Because you've done a lot of movies too.
I mean, there's a lot, that stick out. It's Scream, it's Malibus, it's Three Kings, it's Enemy of the State, Romeo, Boiler Room. I mean, I have a lot of movies that creep up. Max Keeble's big movie, and even it's kind of under the radar, but kids love it that are now growing up. So, I would say a lot of stuff in the early 90s really sticks. And then there's some indies that stick, it's people are now finding their audiences, but those movies for sure, because they came out and made pop cultural, they made a mark on pop culture.
I don't know how you feel, but I miss the 90s and that whole 90s movie era.
Oh, that people say it was like, one of their last eras that they get along with, they love it, like it just has the 90s, what they say was like that last great, like pre-internet fame type of deal. You know what I mean? Where the internet was coming in, but it wasn't like it is, obviously. And I know I missed the 92. The 90s were, I feel like they were like yesterday.
Right. That I was telling that to my wife. Like, it just feels like I just graduated from high school in 95. Like, what happened?
I know, right?
Who's been your favorite character that you played?
That's a hard question, man. I mean, I really love Randy. I really love Malibus. I love my character from Three Kings. I also love characters I loved on Experiment. I also love Floyd when I was on Criminal Minds.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah, he was good. Like when you jumped into acting, like did you even like take any acting classes, or you just jump right into it because you were already doing the stand-up?
I was in stand-up. I took some little acting classes here and there, and then I took a program, but I didn't really. I knew that you don't take it to get into acting. You just take it so you can explore it. So I took it to practice and learn what it is and stuff, and then. So I did it. I did that, but I didn't really. It was to show another side of myself, to emotionally explore myself, because I think it's really good to find out sides of yourself that you don't know.
So a few weeks ago, it was they came out. They said they're coming out with a new Scream, man. Like, did you ever think like those movies were going to be that huge when you did the first two?
Did I think they were going to be that huge? Oh, man, I thought that we had an amazing script, and I thought we had an amazing cast, and I thought we had an iconic filmmaker, and I thought it was really interesting. Did I know it was going to be that huge? I had no idea, but I thought it would definitely be good. I knew it was going to be good. Didn't know if people would see it, but I knew it was going to be good.
Yeah. It brought the horror movies back when those came out.
Well, they weren't gone, but it was different. It kind of it ushered in a new type of horror movie, which is meta, which was young. I mean, that was young teenagers again, and I know what you did last summer, and Jeepers Creepers, and all those movies that came in, and those movies, Scream was the beginning of that. Scream said, here's what you're going to do. You're going to have cute young ingenues, and cute guys and a scare thing, and it was great. They know what they were doing, man.
Like, so you were in the first one, and then you were part of the second one, and then you die in the second one, and then you had a cameo in the third one. But like, people were mad when they killed you off, man.
Yeah, I hold up. It basically, my character was killed, and people were really upset about it, and I think that they underestimated the power of that character because they basically killing the audience, the voice of the audience. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So yeah, I think that was, they underestimated Randy's power.
Mm. So what are your thoughts about the new Scream coming out?
I really don't have any, man. I was killed, 20
Yeah.
years ago.
But you never know; they could bring you back somehow. There's always crazy stuff.
I'm dead. I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like if they call me, I'm totally open. I'd love to hear what happens, but I haven't heard anything. I'd love to, but I'm dead. Randy is still in the van,
That's right.
or
That's right.
or underneath it.
Or you could be alive. You could be the next killer. We don't know that.
Maybe. You never know, man. You never know.
So, man, what's next for you, man, for 2020? I know we're stuck with this whole quarantine thing. You have any plans for anything?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I just releasing this special, and I have a couple of projects, one movie, one TV show I'm developing, and I'm like just trying to get it going in the middle of quarantine. You know what I mean? It's a good time to be creative and get all your ducks in a row. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do that.
What do you think about like the comedy world when everything gets back to normal? How do you think stand-up's going to be?
I think it's gonna be. I don't know. I think a lot of people think it's gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the same. I think it's gonna pivot. I think it's gonna be 30 to 50% capacity. I think maybe add more shows to make up for the capacity, but I think there's going to be more distancing. I think when this virus calms down, people are going to be worried about another virus, and I think we are all going to have PTSD for a while.
Jeez, yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not dying to go out and tour, and I don't know. I mean, I know people are dying to see comedy, and some aren't. And so I think it's going to be a lot more Zooming and virtual stuff, and there's always going to be live, but
Right.
it's going to pivot, and I'm not dying to go out right now.
How long do you think what do you think? Maybe another year you'll try to go back out again?
Depends. It depends the more we hear about the virus,
Yeah.
What are we hearing? Are we hearing that it's not as deadly? Are the numbers down? Is the transmission harder? The more facts we actually get that are like all facts across the board, from the CDC, the mainstream media, to Reddit, to wherever. I need to see them join on multiple platforms before I just believe one source. But I don't know. I mean, I just think I'm in LA, so I'm very lucky, and it's very hot here, and I think that helps.
Right.
And California's, we're on a pretty straight lockdown still, and I mean, we're one of the more states that's doing well, even though we've had some deaths and it's awful. But we have the biggest land mass, and we're pretty low, so maybe it's because we're so locked down.
Mm-hmm. So like you said, you've been quarantined and everything, you've been working on projects and stuff like that, but like on your like downtime, what's some of the shows you've been binging lately? Anything good?
I haven't really. I honestly, dude, I've been doing so much work on my house, between fixing up my house, setting up my server, getting all my clips, doing this, editing. I've only watched like 3 things. I watched obviously The Last Dance, obviously Tiger King, and obviously The Sound of Love, or whatever it is, the love thing.
Oh, awesome.
The Love Box with
it's,
Netflix.
It's good to keep you busy. I've been doing some projects around the house too. It just keeps your mind just more clear, I think.
Yeah. I've been working out. I've been trying to just stay healthy. You know what I mean? And then I'll binge sometimes. But
There you go. Hey man, lastly, how can the listeners find you on social media?
You can hit me at Jamie Kennedy, the Jamie Kennedy on Instagram, at Jamie Kennedy on Facebook and Twitter, and jamiekennedy.com is my website.
And one more time, tell the listeners where they can find your new special.
My new special is called Stoopid Smart, and it's on Tubi. Tubi's an app. You can just download it. It's a big streaming app. People love it, and it's free, so give it a shot.
All right, Jamie, man, this was fun. Thank you for coming on the show.
Dude, appreciate you, man. Sorry, bro. I had so much to do today. I was drinking longer than one, but...
That's a wrap. That's a wrap, everybody. That's a wrap.
Thanks for listening to the Man Cave Chronicles podcast.
I finally get my man cave.
You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at the MCC Podcast and our website, themccpodcast.com. Until next time.